Hi, just a quick video here about why we're not getting upward price movement at the moment in Mara. And this is, sorry, if you can't quite see that screen, this is Mara. If we follow this price line across here to about the same price, we can see the red line is showing us the similar prices. Yet if we put the gamma on it, we'll notice that at the moment the gamma has been higher. It has dropped back because we've just had a lot of hedging come in. And not only did we have hedging come in, we have not had an increase in calls since this top here. So they're remaining at the same place. We didn't get a lot of selling of calls, which would turn up as long positions. So what we're seeing here is that we had a very much higher gamma point during this high than we do here. It's up about, I don't know, about 20,000, maybe 50,000. If we just had a look and we took out the whole gamma and we had a quick look at where the put gamma is, we can see that the put gamma is the necessary evil here. So at the same time, we look at this price here, gamma is well below the price. It's down in a negative area. And then it really drops as all of these puts are taken off here, and it flies up and we get a really good gamma play. And that's what we should always look for going into these positions where we have high gamma in the market and we get some dispersion happening, which is when these smaller stocks tend to move early in a monthly OPEX or early after a bottom. We get a lot more index plays happening, and we get big movements in the index, and the volatility is played out. And as we can see here, we didn't get very large plays in Mara as it came off the bottom at about the 7th of April. But just had a look at some other stocks to see how they've done the same. Cores doesn't have quite as large a history, SCOZ, but it does have some history, and we can probably look at the same patterns in that time. So if I just pull up all of its, trying to get back to 2023 here, it's not letting me do it. Now, Cores doesn't have a lot of history, but again, you can see even it's stuck in this gamma play. So it's had a better development. It's almost doubled out of that bottom, which we haven't quite seen with Mara. But we can see here at the same level, it had nowhere near the puts but in place. And that just tends to be with new stocks that people aren't playing them in a system. So we tend to get less, restriction in their flow, and so they tend to go up faster. So here we can see the price at the same level here. We had gamma right down here. That is partially a play of all of this delta hedging on the price, but also a play that we have much more call action. People like trading in a stock that has more calls, more strikes that we can play. And all that does is it reduces the volatility in a stock. The more it's traded, the less volatility we have, and the less increase in price. Let's just have a look at one more in this area. And this is the same with all stocks, and it's a thing that we all need to watch when we're going into a trade. Let's just have a look at Riot and see what's happened in Riot. Maybe we'll look at two more. I'll try to keep it as quick as possible, but maybe the other one to look at is Tesla, and to see how Tesla is affected, because Tesla is a really surface traded stock. So here we go. I've probably pulled it a little bit far. We don't quite need as much history, and we can take the calls out so we're not looking at too many things at once. We'll just take the calls out there. So at the similar level, I hope that you can see in the middle there, our price is that red line there. So I'll just pull this away. Our price is the red line. At the moment, gamma is just above that red line. When we have seen, so when we can see the prices here, when we can see that the gamma wasn't as high when it started, at the moment we can see the gamma is above our price. Here we can see that the gamma is way below. A lot of that is to do with the very fast reduction here in puts. People have taken them off straight away, and we've got this very high rise. And the gamma has, because there's not as many puts, has been able to stretch out. A lot of people would say, oh, well, what happened in the run-up to the election? Well, the thing that happened in the run-up to the election was it was hedged until we got to the election, and then it jumped up and we got this increase in price until we got some dispersion there and people started wanting to play different trades, and Bitcoin wasn't happening as quickly. Let's just have a look at one more. what we're going to look at, Tesla. It's an often missed point of how hedging restricts how you want a stock with less people in the trade. The less people in the trade, the more upside you'll get. The more people you'll get coming in with FOMO, and the less hedging. The more people who start in a position, especially if it's been trading down for a while, the longer it takes that hedging to get off. So here we have Tesla. Oh, I've probably gone too far back. We'll just have a look at this latest rise in Tesla and its fall. Here we can see the price line here at the moment, and we can see that we've had quite a good bounce, and one of those reasons is because the gamma at the moment is having more of an opportunity to rise, and all of a sudden we've had all of these puts come in very quickly because of the recent discussions with Elon Musk and Trump, and those puts have really restricted it moving, and it's getting a little bit squeezy. If they come off, then we will see a fast rise, and we have actually seen quite a lot of them come off. If we looked at a similar price point here, the gamma was a lot higher here, because there was less puts in play, and that's because as we came off the election, we could see people knew straight away that there was going to be a lot of advantage given to Tesla and to Elon's other stocks, and so this gamma has risen really quickly, and so has the price, and that is a lot to do with as soon as we've got into this period here, we have had all of a sudden the puts come straight off. We're at the same price at the moment. We have got very high puts in play, and it's just something that we all have to be very cognizant of when we're taking a position. I hope that wasn't too long. Thanks for listening to me about this small video about gamma and having too many positions in play that restrain a stock. Have a good week's trading. Thank you.